So Cece, about those tacos. Gotta get rid of them before the show starts, okay? We got 20 seconds, 19 seconds. Finish that taco.
I'm really disappointed you thought I wasn't.
Wow.
Like, I'm not a pro at eating tacos. That's not. See, now I'm there and everything.
3 seconds, we're going live. Finish that taco. I love seeing people's faces on the bottom of the screen. I don't think you could see us on the bottom, but everyone, you can't see it. Okay, yeah,
No.
it's everyone gets closer to the mic for some reason. Like it's it's gonna make any difference, but they always yell at the mic while I do that countdown. It's so funny. But Cece, how's it going? How's well, tell us where you went today.
I went to Fan Expo Denver, and it was kind of last minute. I knew I wanted to go, only at the last minute, and the only day I could have gone was today, and they were actually sold out of tickets. So it was one of those, like, through the mercy of a friend who gave me a ticket, I was able to go.
That's crazy that they sold out, because that happened to me too. Like as soon as I got there, I was like, "There's no way they sold out," you know?
Oh, I remember you telling me that. Yeah, because I was like, I went last year, but I went only on a Friday. I literally went right after work. And I was like, I'm just going to go to Artist Alley and only be there for a few hours. And it wasn't that bad. But it was also still kind of like during COVID. I think they made us wear masks and stuff when we went in.
Oh, wow. Still? Dang.
But, well, not today. That was last year. Today when no one was wearing masks when I went today. And then when I got there at like 1, they told me that they had 35,000 people show up.
So yeah, that's the biggest thing now for cons. I'm gonna buy I already bought all my tickets for the year for everything, but at least the ones I know of. But like Richmond, which is like it's the capital of Virginia, but like there's like con that they opened up and they sold out of that thing, and that's never sold out.
Yeah, well, thank you for telling me that Richmond is the capital of Virginia, because I was educated in Florida, so I didn't know that.
I thought you were saying stop talking down to me or something. I was like, whoa.
But yeah, it was like, as soon as I got in there, there's this huge ass line, and I debated asking someone like, "What's this line for?" But it was for, I think, one of the ballrooms, so it was a panel. I wasn't interested in any of the panels or anything like that. I just went to Artist Alley first. I beelined for that, and then the longest line I had was not to get something signed by Jim Lee. It was actually for tacos.
Hell yeah. You're like, worth it.
I had tacos twice today. It's because it's a necessary food group.
Knocks out the what's it called? What was it? Lettuce, tomato. Well, what kind of tacos did you have? That's the biggest thing.
So I don't like what I would consider gringo tacos, which are like the lettuce, tomato, cheese.
The shredded beef.
I tend to go for like onion, cilantro, and the cheese I can't pronounce. Cojita?
Cojita cheese? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cojita?
That's how I prefer. That's how I prefer my tacos now. But the tortillas were trash. I just ended up eating them with a fork. But I mean, it was food. So there's that.
So you're going to San Diego Comic-Con, and when we all get there together, I feel like it's going to be a good drive. It's like half an hour to 45 minutes going south. I mean, we're going to be really close to Mexico. So just giving you a heads up. Oh, you got the fresh Taco Bell? Same thing.
That's for Mark, who just said that I hate Taco Bell.
CC hates Taco Bell. You heard it. But so 30, 45-minute drive. It's called TJ Oyster. And this is the only place I could find it in all of San Diego that's good, you know? But it's they make stingray tacos. So
that sounds up my alley. If it's strange. And that doesn't sound very gringo-y at all. Stingray?
Yeah. Gringo tacos are not real tacos. Wow.
Yeah.
It's funny because when I think about that place, you know, have you ever watched Breaking Bad by chance?
I think I started the first season, but also, can I just say, I really want that to be like a campaign motto for you for CNP 2024. Gringo tacos.
Yeah, people protesting. Hell yeah, I can do that. No, but like it's funny because I mentioned Breaking Bad because you know when they go to Mexico, they have this whole tint. There's like orange tint letting you know that you're in Mexico. Every time I get closer to Mexico when I'm in San Diego, it's I feel like that orange tint is missing. I was like, this is not Mexico. According to Breaking Bad, it has an orange tint.
They actually made a joke about it, like broke the fourth wall, and they're like, "Why is everything sepia toned?" Oh shit, that's right, we're in Mexico.
Yeah, see, that's a, at least somebody gets it. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I
I
never,
mean,
I
stuff
never.
like Sicario did that, but I think that's why I also respect Sicario.
Oh, Sicario's good. I love that one.
I love Sicario.
Have you had? I've never had this Mexican pizza, like from Taco Bell. I've seen it, but I never get it.
So yeah, what's funny is growing up, favorite my favorite food was Taco Bell. Like as far as like if it was my birthday, I was getting Taco Bell for the most part. It was that or Chinese food, and it was a treat back then. And then of course you grew up and you could drive your own car, and then it ceases to be a special thing because you could just get tacos whenever you want. It's amazing. Um, but my mom, she would always get the Mexican pizza, nothing else. She wouldn't touch anything else. She would just get the Mexican pizza. This was obviously in the '90s before they like discontinued it and stuff. Until I convinced her to try a Baja Blast with vodka. So now she still loves her Mexican pizzas, but she also loves a Baja Blast that she spikes with vodka.
Yeah. I don't
But
think
I
I've had
had
that either. Wow.
pizza a few months ago just to see like maybe I didn't like it because I was a child and I'd like it more now. No, I still wasn't a fan. It has too much
Really?
tomato, I think, for me.
Okay. Yeah, I've never had it before. I had a friend that loves that, but never, I get the chalupas from the most whitest thing you can get there. Chalupas and a large Pepsi that like
I'm
takes
pretty
forever to
sure
finish.
like the components of a Mexican pizza is almost like a tostada, but with like refried beans and then like another fried
I have no
tortilla,
idea.
I
That
guess,
sounds good though.
and like cheese and tomato. But it's also Taco Bell,
Hmm.
so it's just real heavy on the refried beans. Um, I also have never tried Taco Bell's breakfast,
They
but
have
I've heard,
breakfast now?
as the
Wow.
kids say.
Same CC. Taco Bell was the only thing in bike riding distance, so that was the reason you searched the couch. I was like, wow.
And uh, yeah, in my hometown, um, the rough Sarasota life, uh, it was the only thing that was open quite late. Was
Hmm.
like Taco Bell, McDonald's, Checkers, and then like the diner places like Perkins, Denny's, that kind of stuff.
I have a horrible story. I love Checkers before we were in North Carolina one time and we stopped by a Checkers and I got food poisoning, but it was so serious. Like I went to the urgent care and then it was horrible. But we like, yeah, it was horrible. It was just, yeah. I'm not allowed to go back to Checkers, so that's the only.
The last time I was in Sarasota, I was pretty sure I was driving to meet a friend somewhere, and I'm at an intersection, and I'm like, "Is that Checkers on fire?" And it was.
What?
Literally, it was like it had caught fire. It was on the news, and then it was like, "We no longer have a Checkers." Terribly close to where my family lives. So I'm like, what? I think it was an insurance thing, honestly, because that Checkers was really popular. And now it's something totally like it looks exactly like a Checkers. It's still white with the red, and it's like a Smoothie King
Mm.
with
That's pretty
the
cool though.
like the weird ass drive through of Checkers.
The dual
Where, like, you
thing,
keep
yeah.
walking. It's just like the
Hmm.
we could just walk up, and then there's like the drive through. That's weird. Very weird.
They did they did something like that to a weed dispensary in when I was in Boston. They converted a whole bank, like a traditional old school bank, where it had like you walk in, someone greets you at the door, and there's like a teller line, and everyone that's selling weed or whatever is standing at each station. And I'm just like, wow, you guys are this is genius. It was
Do they
interesting.
keep like the good shit in the vault?
Yeah, yeah, that's what they did. They had like it was fake guns, but they had people like because that there was a line like around the building. I think you have to go there like early in the morning or some crap like that. But we were there
Stoners
early in the morning.
that's a bad business model.
That's what I'm saying. No, 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 no. I'm sorry. No, that was for something else. it opened up like at 4 p.m. or something, and we were like
Oh, that
in the
sounds
area.
fun.
Yeah,
It's got to be before
uh,
420 at least.
yeah, right. You say we ended up with a giant bag of cinnamon twist that we ate for a few days, and ended up getting yeah. Then everyone's coming up with their stories now. Let's see. I buy the bag of Checkers fries from the supermarket. You could do that. Oh, dang, that's awesome.
Checkers fries are awesome. Man, that's what I miss. Everything else they made was pretty trash, but the closest thing we have would be like Good Times fries. And I've only had Good
Mm.
Times like twice because that's not like a thing we have in Florida. Um, we also don't have Raisin Canes. I love Raisin Canes. Like I give them a fake name every time I go because I don't want them to know it's always me.
Wow,
Like I'm
a
embarrassed.
true foodie. Yeah.
You know, notice a pattern. Um, it's funny. I have a funny Taco Bell story. So like my friend and I went to the bar and the bar closed early, and so we would get Taco Bell and then we would go to it's like a it's like a park where you could walk around. I think it honestly used to be a landfill because there's these big hills that you could walk up,
Mm.
and I think that was like part of the landfill. Like they just built on top of trash mounds or something. But they had like gazebos there, and you could walk around, and like people would bird watch and stuff like that. Well, we would just go there and park and just be talking and eating our Taco Bell. And one night, I wasn't there for it, but it was my best friend and my sister went, and my sister was trashed. And right next to this field, like this park, was a big cat habitat. Is literally what's called. Not to be confused with the shit with Carol from Tiger King. But that's basically what they did. They took in like lions and tigers and stuff. It was a sanctuary, and you can go and you could tour it and you can see them. Well, that late at night, you could hear them growling, and my friend convinced my sister that like, oh wait, there's some dude who lives out east back there who has a he has a tiger. Do you think it got out? My sister started crying. She was like, "Oh my god, we're gonna get mauled by a tiger."
And she's drunk at the same time, right?
And
So
she's
yeah,
drunk,
her
eating
yeah.
Taco Bell in a field, and she thinks that there's a tiger in the field that's gonna like attack him. Uh, yeah.
You should call her tonight. Go like, hey,
Remember that story?
yeah.
It's funny. She's in Orlando getting trashed with my mom and my aunt. So there's that. I did actually. Maybe that'll be a good segue into showing off the stuff I got.
Oh yeah,
Um,
so that's what we're doing tonight. We're gonna unbox some stuff that CC bought tonight.
yeah, this is the only thing that doesn't make a lot of sense that I bought. So
What
my
the fuck?
sister has a corgi, and she has a little gallery wall of corgi art. So I saw this and I got it for her. It's it's not my
is
style
is that like
necessarily.
a fairy riding a corgi or?
So there's like a myth with corgis that the reason why they have like white on their shoulders is it's like a saddle for fairies because they're it's like a Welsh legend or something like that. But the artist is Meredith Dillman.
See, that's what I should have done. Like they all have business cards, and I should have just attached it to the back of it or
I
something.
don't think I have business cards for everything I got, but um and
Like,
then comic wise, this is the only thing I got. Which this book is thick. I don't know what this
eh.
even is. I think it's a variant cover.
Oh, could I have it? Could I have it? Could I have it? Could I have it? Is that Frank Miller? I'm gonna see him on San Diego Comic Con ever. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes.
Well,
I'm kidding. Okay.
to Denver, that it's a virgin or that the lightning's gold.
That's so cool.
But
I've never seen that before.
it's a fan expo. It said it was a fan expo Denver exclusive, but I'm like, then what are the other fan expos getting? Or is it just a fan expo exclusive? I have no
I
idea.
don't know,
But
but
it's quite thick. Like if you were to get this graded, I don't even know.
no, I wouldn't worry about grading it. I'll just get it signed by that Frank Miller guy that I know.
Oh, I think it's literally. It's almost like a trade paperback. It says Dark Knight Returns.
Don't open it. Please don't open it. No
Well, it
kidding.
also says spine text towards the bottom. So I
Yeah,
don't
see
even
it.
grade well.
We went to Fan Expo Philadelphia. He didn't see it either. I would have bought that if I saw that. That is awesome. Mark Pearson says, I had no idea corgis had their own mythology.
Yeah. And
That's
then
cool.
let me open. So this artist, I think he goes by Danny Schultz, but that's
Mm-hmm.
not his full name.
I can look them up real
But what's
quick.
funny is I think I shared a picture of one of these on my Instagram when it came out, and I debated getting it, but I was like, oh, I don't have wall space. Um, these ones are a little smaller than the ones that are available through Hero Complex Gallery. It was cool because I talked to the guy and we kind of like nerded out about other artists we like, and he gave me a deal on one of these, so that was nice. Very nice.
This is the art that comes up for Danny Schultz. I guess you're fancy now.
Um, I don't have his card. It's maybe I think I'm throwing a U in there, or I shouldn't throw a U in there. Let me see if I can find it on Instagram.
That's cool. I'll get this out of the way. I thought that was pretty funny. Uh, what print is to your left? CC.
This one.
Yeah, I
This is
think that's.
a Batman Begins by. So that's Bat. You can see him standing there, and then
Yeah, I can see that.
over yonder, right up there, is The League of Shadows on Fire. It's by Kevin Wilson is the artist. This
He
is the
says it
guy.
looks like Balrog. Danny
You can't
Schultz.
see any of that shit.
Danny Schultz. We could watch it.
It's Schlitz. So he does work with Hero Complex Gallery, is how I know him. And then he mentioned he's working on.
Oh, I want it. No, don't show it. I want that. No, that looks so cool.
He said he's working on some projects with other licensed galleries that I'd rather not say in case that was proprietary information. But I'm going to try to show
Oh,
one on one. So
damn it.
two of these was an impulse buy, but I'm still happy with them.
Ah.
I'm just calling them.
I love this stuff. Oh, he signed it too. Dang, that's awesome. Oh, that
Yeah,
looks so good.
he's kind enough to sign all of them.
Is that like that hard paper? Like it's kind of has
It's
some a little
quite
bit of.
thin. But what I do like about it is it's not. It's very matte. It's not shiny at all.
Yeah, that's
Because
cool.
with some con prints, you kind of have to be careful. I hate when it's like practical on photo paper, and it just doesn't look.
Yeah,
This looks like a screen print, even though it's not. It's a. It's got to be a giclée. But
that
cut
looks
me a
cool.
deal for this one, which is very nice. And
Dang.
then this is the one I wanted. So if you want this one, the 18
That's
by 24 is available still through Hero Complex Gallery. This one, I think he said is 12 by 18, something like that.
it's a little bit taller than the other one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same size as the Daft Punk one.
Oh, is it? Okay, okay.
It is, yeah, they're all the same size.
Late Night Trip is asking, would it be okay to stack my prints flat on top of each other? Would the print bleed on the back of the other?
The only thing I would worry about is like this Batman Begins. It's very shiny. It's like on photo paper almost. Not photo paper, but it's very glossy. It's it's still screen print, so it's not. It's got some parts that aren't as glossy as others, but it has spacers specifically because sometimes those prints will stick to the glass if there's like moisture or something like that. So if
Mm-hmm.
I have prints, if they're like all kind of like matte giclées, like these ones are, I have no problem like stacking these. They're not going to stick together. I do worry a little bit with the ones that have more of a texture to them. That with the texture they could stick. I'm gonna turn my camera off for like 1 second because one of these fell
Yeah.
before. So
I'm gonna get this guy to show really quick. Where are you? So this is I mispronounced it and I misspelled it, you guys. Freaking Mark Pearson called me out on it. Where are you? I was like, I never heard of that dude, and I think his name is pronounced Schultz, not Schultz. But yeah, this is. I want that Daft Punk thing now. Oh, here's the Batman she just showed off. That's pretty
He
cool.
did have two Star Wars ones. Oh, those Transformers ones were there. I really like those actually, even though I'm not into. Oh, that Alien one right below it is really new too. He had that one.
Ooh, that's like the. Yeah, that looks cool too.
Um,
I gotta save his name. That's really really cool.
yeah, he had an Ahsoka one, and then one with like a Rebel style Vader. That was like blue and orange. That one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had that one, and then he had another Ahsoka one that was kind of similar style.
How much were the prices on the print? Oh, there it is. Oh, okay, you guys, I'm out. No, how?
He had the Venom too. He had a Jurassic Park one, that weird science one that was quite popular. Um, they were 25 each, but he
Mhm.
gave me the Daft Punk for 10 because I got three of them.
You got. Oh, god damn it.
This is the third one, the one that fell on the floor. This was the Denver exclusive one. Honestly, I'm like, I might keep it or I might see if my mom wants it because she's big into like Godzilla and stuff.
Oh, that is cool. I like how it says Denver. That's like exclusive,
Which
exclusive. You know.
that I think that skyline is Denver. Oh shit. It's almost like I should know that. But
Yeah, I was gonna say.
the building below the Mothberg dude, I'm pretty sure that's in Denver. It's like on our um, city and county logo. Yeah, so that would explain the Denver connection besides it just saying Denver. This one was 50 because it
Yeah,
was exclusive and you only had like 5 left. So
I,
naturally,
I gotta see if this guy's gonna be at San Diego Comic Con. Then I don't have to worry about buying it because I do like meeting them, but then I want my art book signed by them too. You know.
you know, I've met, like, I can now say I met Jim Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Some are more personable than others. Him, no one could get signal in the building. I had to Venmo him as opposed because his like square wasn't working. He
Yeah.
was so patient while standing there trying to do that. Um, and like I said, we were just kind of nerding out. Like, um, he mentioned like some stuff he was working on with Vice Press, and of course, I'm a huge fan of like Matt Ferguson and James Henshaw, who own Vice Press, and that got us just talking about like other things that we love. And he told me to, I think he told me to message him on Instagram or reach out maybe to see like what convention he's going to next. So the other ones, I'll do this one first. So this one might be tricky to open. Let's see.
Oh man, this is gonna be cool. That's another person I could find. That Danny Schultz guy.
Yeah.
Oh, so the
Like,
art prints on his website are $25 too, so that's cool. But I
oh,
gotta
that's,
get them.
yeah, I don't know where he's based out of. I forgot to ask.
Wow.
But I think I follow him on Instagram. Let's go. Come on. So this one I bought, and the artist didn't have bags or boxes,
Mm-hmm.
so he kind of had to like make one out of cardboard on the fly.
Oh, it comes with a frame. That's cool.
My neighbor's gonna hate me because I just threw that on the ground.
Wow. Okay, I want that too. That is really cool. It's really classy.
Yeah, so this definitely like an impulse buy, but you can kind of see the texture. So it's not an original; it's an embellished print. I normally don't go for embellished prints because I don't know. So basically, if you're not familiar, an embellished print is one. This is just it's actually board. It's like a gicle on board, and then he went in and put like paint in certain areas. I don't know if you can see the texture at all. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, yeah, it's shiny. Yeah, that's so cool. All right, I'll give you $50.
Stormtrooper one he did in the same kind of style where it looked almost like a old like military style painting,
Hmm.
but there's something about this I thought was really cool. It's
Yeah,
different, so different. I think it's gonna work where I want to put it. Um, but yeah, this was cool. The artist he signed the back of it. It's Chris Hawks, and I got his business card. I think his name is like
Chris Hawks, like Hawks, like Hawkman.
yeah, it's like Hawks like the bird with an S.
Yeah, it's Chris Hawk. Oh no, that's a musician. I guess that's just
I can
art.
grab his business card. I think.
Oh, I
I think
found it. I found it. I found
Fine
it.
Art Fantastic or something.
Real fantastic art.
Yep, that's it. Yep. Where am I gonna put this?
Just in case anyone's interested in that one. That was cool. I'm sure, like, oh, look at the cat. Oh, I need that. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. He had an Akbar that was super cool.
Admiral Akbar.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love this. I was just looking at something like this today too. Oh wow.
He had one that I think was Cthulhu, but it was Van Gogh.
Van
It was
Gogh.
like sunflower fields, and then it had like the. If you go to his Instagram, I think he probably has more. I think I saw it pop up when you did the.
Go back.
If you go down. Yeah, it looks like that. UK though. No, that's not him.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get out of there.
Oh, he didn't have that there.
Oh yeah, I just bought the last one.
I
That's
like
so
that one a lot.
I don't know who that is, but okay.
Maybe we should do that
Is it
fantastic. What was it?
fantastic? Oh,
What was
go
it?
back
The
to
fine
it.
art,
Yeah, I got it right here.
real fantastic art.
I saw it before you did.
That you
There it is. Contemporary fancy. Oh, that's so fancy. Ooh. Oh, see, this is the stuff you would never guess that they made. You know.
yeah.
Sorry,
I like it
I'm
because
going.
it definitely like doesn't take itself too seriously.
Yeah, I need a shirt that says that. Oh, that's cool too. Damn it.
Nice of Ren.
So should I scroll down or should I like click on? What do you
I'd
think?
scroll down because like there was other ones I liked. Oh, he didn't have that layout. The Akbar, he only had a huge one that was like $2,400.
That is awesome though.
Yeah.
It's $10, but 5x7, 16x20. Let's see, $500. It's sold out.
Whoa. That's not what I paid. I
Well,
think mine's smaller.
this one's 11x17. It's $24. This is
Yeah.
cool. I kind of need that frame though.
I did really like the frame. And it's funny, I have an art print that's kind of like it's in a similar bougie gold frame. And so I thought maybe I could try to fit both of them in the same spot, same area. They had an Anakin that looked really good too.
I thought I just saw that one.
No,
No.
I think it's on the next page.
Oh, this is awesome. Oh man. That's so
That's
funny. I don't want to skip your art prints, but like I think we could take a pause for this.
Oh, that's the one he had. The can you hear the cries of the planet on the left, far left?
This one?
Yeah.
The Van Gogh with the Final Fantasy. Oh, that's so cool. I hated this boss or this like enemy, whatever. That's cool though. The comet hitting. That's really cool. 11 by 17, $24. Oh, it's easy. You went to like the best freaking con. I didn't see any of this there at the
What was
Philly
funny
one.
is I did like I was kind of a maniac. I typically will do like a quick look, and
You
I
zigzag.
saw this really early, and I was like, I told the woman I was like, I really like those small canvases, but I'll have that's the one I almost got was the Stormtrooper.
Sorry.
I mean, this is cool too.
Oh, and they're open
And
tomorrow, right?
it looked it looked really good,
Mhm.
but I was like, I think the Leia makes more sense in my collection. But I liked the
Yeah,
color in this, and I also liked the Leia laying down. But they didn't have that. They only had that in like paper.
that's pretty funny too. Wow. I gotta follow. Oh, this is the one you were talking about?
Yeah,
So fancy.
I thought the likeness was pretty good actually for for Anakin.
Yeah, I
Um,
can see Christensen there. Yep.
but yeah, they were one of the first booths I saw when I went to Artist Alley, and I told the woman I was like, I like the look of those canvases, but I have to come back because like I literally just got here, and she was like, yeah, no worries, thinking like they all fucking say that. And then when I
Hmm.
did come back, she was like, oh, you came back. And I was
I
like,
know,
yeah.
right?
I just had to scope out what I wanted, and then the Yoda looked good. The face was really detailed. Um, yeah, that's cool.
I kind of, you kind of got to go buy the rest. You see, I'm just saying, this will be cool too.
I just the helmet looked a little too pristine to me, but he had that one in like a massive canvas.
Look at that Chewbacca. This is perfect. Was that Thunderstorm?
That was my refrigerator. I think it's the ice maker. It doesn't do that very often, but the
All right,
Kylo Ren
before
actually looks pretty good.
which one?
The Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren. Yeah, I like his. He looks so serious in this picture, or
Yeah.
this.
So I think I saved the big ones for last. So I got this one, which I'll take out of the plastic. Oh, it's dented. Oh, it has a dent. Well, that's why it has deckled edges, so you can't tell. Ta-da!
Oh, is this Hush?
Yep, Jim Lee Hush.
I love that question mark.
Oh,
Oh, you got to see Jim Lee?
yes. So I will say he seemed very nice, but he seemed like I don't know if it was a combination of annoyed and distracted by the time I got to him.
Mm-hmm.
There's no one there. Well, I say no one. There's a line of like maybe there's like three people in front of me. And I walked up and I think it's his wife who I talked to and was like, are these prints available for sale? And he had the ones with the deckled edges. He had one that I liked a little bit more than this, honestly, where it was just Batman on top of the gargoyle. But I'm like, I don't have anything Hush. This
Mm-hmm.
looks a lot more unique. It's
That's the
also
first art. That's the first art print I've seen with Hush.
yeah. So this one's number 13 out of 25.
I'll give it $13 right now.
And he had other smaller, I say smaller, like not as detailed prints where
Mm-hmm.
it was literally just like white, no deckled edge, and it was just like Superman or just the Joker or just Batman. But the Batman was in like such a he was like in a Superman pose, like hands on hips,
Yeah,
like, you know, chest out kind of pose, and that I wasn't a fan of. And while Hush is not my favorite story, I thought like this is a little more like how I know Jim Lee, if that makes sense.
Anthony says Jim Lee always looks like what I call preoccupied, but he's nice. He was
Yeah.
like that when I met him last year.
So the only there's like I said, there's like two people in front of me in line, and they were getting like a few comics signed. And we're talking to him for a little bit. And then when I got to him, he was like, "Oh, this needs to be signed? Okay." And he signed it. And then I was like, "Thanks, appreciate it." The other couple in front of me got a photo with him because they asked. I was like, you know what? I think he's just trying to rush through this. Like, I think he's tired. I think there was only like an hour or two till the convention ended. And I certainly was not one of the, I think there was a line around, like, like most conventions, there's a, like, partition
Hmm.
behind his booth, and I'm pretty sure behind that partition was like the people who had paid $1,000 for the Jim Lee experience, and the line that they were waiting in was behind that. So like when I was done, I think that's when those people were gonna funnel in. So I think I got there at a good time. But yeah, he seemed kind of just like tired. I also don't know if he thought I was gonna flip it or something. I don't know. I just got that because even the wife was like, you could buy a certificate of authenticity for the signature, and I was like, I'm not selling it, and also I'm gonna watch him sign it. So
Yeah.
no, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm good.
That's like more valuable to me than yeah getting that whole. Hush feels way overdone, but Jim Lee is what I think of when I think of comics. Frank Miller also, no disrespect to Miller, but I grew up with Lee. Let me kick
I
this guy
mean,
really quick.
I'm I did order the basic bitch version of the statue, so we all know I'm a basic bitch. But like, I love comic. So he's not like the first artist I think of when I think of comic book art. I think of like uh, Dave Gibbons, yeah, and Mike Mignola and Brian Boland. Like they're I think of them first.
Hmm. Yeah,
And then
when I got to meet David Finch at the Comic Con where I was at, there was literally nobody in front of him, nobody near him, and I was like, "This is my chance." CMP.
I would I looked there's so the booth I bought this from had a bunch of it already has a wire. I didn't know that. They had a bunch of smaller art prints. Most of them were signed by the comic book artist, but they looked like I think they are a licensed booth. They had
Mm.
not Acme, but like stuff that looked like it belonged in like Acme archives. Also, they had a lot of really reasonable framed art prints. Like there was one that was Batman Returns, which isn't my favorite story, but the print was really beautiful, and it was framed kind of like sideshow style with the matte and then the kind of like the color around the edge.
Yeah.
And I think it was like 170. And I'm like, I don't think that's that bad for something already framed. But this was definitely like, I'm not a big Alex Ross fan,
Oh, this is it. This is it, you guys.
but I do really like this piece. And given the size, it's on the smaller side.
Oh, I've seen this before. Yeah, that's not bad. Oh, I should have went. Damn it.
So this is numbered it's 10 out of 100. It's signed.
Oh, that's a nice number too. 10.
He did give me a deal on this one.
Everyone gives you
I was
deals.
worried a
See,
little bit
that's
about
not
the
fair.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry. I said everyone gives you a deal. Like that's not fair.
Well, I don't know if it's a situation where like, so I felt bad because I saw this and was like, um, I stopped him because I almost shoulder checked him, and then I noticed he was wearing like a
Wow.
engraved polo shirt. So I was like, I'm so sorry. Can I ask you a question? And then he was like, sure. And I turn my head and I see a price tag on another Alex Ross canvas, like right here. And I was like, oh, you know what? I think I just answered my own question. Sorry about that. And he was like, oh, no, it's okay. And I was like, yeah, I was interested in one of these smaller canvases. And he was like, well, if you're interested in one of the smaller ones, because you were so polite to ask about them, I can cut you a deal. And I was like, you are catching me at the end of my day.
Yeah,
So
you're like,
anything would be appreciated. So we knocked like
yeah,
50 bucks off.
that's good.
But I did Google it just because I had no reception in the con to see if this was like actually a decent deal. And I
Mhm.
saw one for like $395 and I did not pay that.
Yeah. So either way, you got your.
Family print.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I don't think is that bad. I think Alex Ross is probably a bigger deal than Jim Lee. Hashtag hot take. Yes, that's what it's called. Um, it does have his COA on the back.
Damn it! I feel like
But it's funny. As soon as I got to my car, I messaged Mike Costa and was like, "I did a thing. I bought an Alex Ross."
original. No kidding.
He's a big Alex Ross fan, and I'm always like, I'm not. So there's that.
What do you think of his signature? Like, I have one book signed by him, and I do like it. It's definitely screams out Alex Ross. It's like unique to me.
Yeah, it's not. It definitely stands out against the black. That's how it happened. So that other artist, Danny Schlitz, I think is actually how it said,
Yep.
who we were looking at earlier. He had a bunch of pens, and he was like, "What color would you?" He went to sign it, and then he was like, "Oh shit, this is black. It's not going to show up." And he was like, "Do you mind if I use silver?" And I was like, "Yeah, silver's fine." And that's when I was like, "Oh, it's funny. Bottleneck did Matt Ferguson's Return of the Jedi, and a lot of people are saying it's not numbered on the bottom because they can't see it because it's pencil." And
Mm-hmm.
he was like, "I have that print at home. I just haven't opened it yet." And I was like, "It is signed. It is numbered. Like if you go to open it up and you don't see it, just look real closely. It is numbered." And
Mm-hmm.
that's how we started talking about like other artists and stuff that we like.
Dang,
Yeah, I
that's
have no
cool.
idea where this is going. This is definitely an impulse buy. But if I were to get any Alex Ross, um, I
Just
do like.
I was
Good.
gonna say, just put it on your shoulder like you have right now, so that's fine.
Just so like instead of the homeless on the interstate with the signs that say like
Wow.
helps, I'm
I
just
didn't
gonna
see
have
this.
this and a sign that says like can't stop, won't stop. I buy art prints or
Oh, I
something.
got that. I'll change that clip around for you.
But yeah, I do love the size. And it does I could hang it just like this because it does have the wire, but I don't know. I think I might want a frame for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you put a frame over this, or do you just leave it like that?
So do I have one? No, I don't think I do. I have a giant. I say giant. It's bigger than this. Ralph McQuarrie that is a canvas print that I just got framed, and it's on the other side of my couch. I'd have to get up to get it. I did a float frame on that one, and all the other canvases I have, which I like because it means that the. Do you know what a float frame is? Before I mansplain to you.
But go ahead, just in case. No,
So it kind of looks like a corner of a frame where they'll put it. It's almost like it looks like the frame, the canvas is like floating within it,
mhm.
and it'll have a gap, so the frame's not flush against the canvas. It'll have a slight gap all the way around it, so it looks like this is like floating within the frame. If you want, here, let me just turn off my camera because we're
There you
just
go.
messing about in this show. We don't have organization or anything. I'm just gonna grab the Ralph McQuarrie one. I'll be right back. Yeah, that's what it
Is
looks like.
yeah. Well,
I'm
you
sorry.
guys, I'm going to go on this other website and check this stuff out because this stuff makes me laugh. Damn it. I feel like these are the ones like you have to see in person in order to buy them, but this is really cool. Or Nelson says if you pay to get in, you're not taking their time. Their time is set to accommodate you for being in the place they're in. You're not getting their signature. Yeah, that's true. Definitely true. So again, this guy, his name is Schultz, I think. I do love this Final Fantasy VII thing. Are you guys going to any cons? Maybe you see this guy there, and maybe oh look at that. Do you guys remember that guy, Mr. Bean? What's this called? Modernizing Weirdo's Mentor. So I don't know if you guys remember the movie Mr. Bean, but they did the same thing. Oh shoot, wrong one. You see it? It's perfect. I forgot what this was called. Miss Funny Whistler's Mother. That's right. I kind of want this now. It's a great movie, by the way. Let's see. Let's see. Did you see this thing, CC?
That's funny.
And you've seen this movie, right? Mr. Bean.
I know who Mr. Bean is. I don't know if I've seen the actual movies.
Mr. Bean goes into like a museum, destroys the art print, and then he draws it in. It's ridiculous.
This is the.
Oh, the floating frame. That's really cool. See, with canvas, it can go by itself, but that gives like another notch up. That's really cool.
Well, they're definitely. It's. I mean, if you. The nice thing about canvas is you don't have like a glare to worry about. Even though the canvas is always going to have like a bit of sheen to it.
Mm.
You can see right there.
That's
the white
nice, yeah.
corner. But you certainly don't need glass. But there you can kind of see the flow frame effect, where my finger could actually slip through where the canvas is and when the frame starts. But this is, I like it too because it means it's not as wide, the frame, even with a float frame, compared to like something, like if I had a frame like this over this, it's going to add more like height.
Margins. Yeah. That looks tight. I never knew you had that.
I got this quite a while ago. It was when it was on sale through Acme Archives. I think it's still available through Acme. Don't know if this is numbered.
Does that go over your bar or something?
This is going to go actually above my TV. I'm almost done with that gallery wall. As far as I have almost everything framed, I just need to like move my TV out of the way so I can get the ladder and go up there and start hanging stuff.
It's that 23-foot wall, right? Or it was like 19-foot wall or something?
No, it's kind of narrow. I think it's 10 feet wide. And then I have 11-foot tall ceilings. But I basically have planned out where I'm going to have two like 24 by 36 prints on like either side of the TV. And then everything above the TV in the center is going to be like some smaller stuff like that one. I have a Kincaid print that's also a canvas that my family got me. I have a few Batman ones. I think it'll be mostly almost all Star Wars. It'll be all Star Wars, one Batman, and a Fifth Element on just that wall. And then I'm on a roll, I guess. This is not Fan Expo.
Kind of want to kick you out, but yeah.
Fan Expo. I've officially showed everything I bought. But I got this. So I think I've mentioned I actually started collecting props because I started collecting fictional law enforcement badges. So like Judge Dredd, Gotham City, Metropolis PD, like that kind of thing. And I have a shadow box of them in my office at work. Well, this one I wanted for years, but back then it was like $200 and I was making no money. And I was like, no, it's too much. This is the one inspired by the comic This one was designed by Jock. So this became available through his website, and it was the remarked version. And I'm thinking, like, I know what law enforcement badges look like. Like, it's not going to be remarked, the badge. Like, it's probably going to be on a piece of paper or whatever. Nope, this thing's like the size of my face.
Yeah.
So it's signed and has a little sketch by Jock on the back.
Wow, that's crazy. Where'd you get that again?
Through his actual website. Uniquely Geekly shipped it, I think, because they have a deal with him. I've shown this a few times because I keep forgetting it's next to my desk, but this is my Blade Runner one.
Yeah.
Seeing the photo. I just have to literally glue Harrison Ford's photo in there. But this one's bronze, just like this one is. They're both metal. But yeah, this is my first fictional law enforcement badge I've gotten in a while. I think the last one I got was Back to the Future. Which was actually acrylic. It's from Back to the Future 2. And then I want to show this, even though it's small, and also not part of the haul. This was an impulse buy, but I'm happy I got it.
There's an episode that we have on Amongst Collectors where you do say, "I'm going to stop impulse buying," and here we are.
That sounds like some shit I'd say and not do.
Yeah, it's recorded, so I do the same thing. So it's tough.
So I'm not going to pronounce his name correctly.
Schultz.
So is it Christoph? Anyway, if you want, I could pull up his name because I'm not. It's very Polish. But he did. I'm pretty sure he did a District 9 art print. I think it might have been a private commission. It wasn't licensed. But this was like he did small sketches.
Oh, if it's the alien, I swear to God. Kind
of like help with his progress. So I got this little.
Oh, I hate you so much. Oh, that's what's his name? That's the main character, right? That's the dad. Oh, God damn it.
It's an original and it's signed.
That's cool.
But like,
I love it.
You're not gonna be able to help, but like the detail on it is like
you can tell.
Impressive for how small it is.
Yeah.
So District 9 is not like one of my favorite films, but it is. I think it's a cult favorite. I did really like it. The designs are very unique, but this is a nice little original.
The producer of that movie is Peter Jackson, the guy that did Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, he funded it thinking like maybe they'll do a Halo movie for that, upcoming thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it backfired because it didn't do too great for the money they spent on it. But then after it went on DVD or Blu-ray, whatever, it became a hit.
Bastards. This doesn't help. Oh, you kind of see it. Christoph Domordetsky?
You got it. Night Shrimp Study #1. Okay, I can't. Yeah.
You can kind of see that's his name.
Tomarsky.
This is the COA, which I think is pretty nifty looking.
Mm-hmm.
It's also signed. Also, if you've heard me talk about Gabs, this is Gabs' twin brother.
Oh, wow.
So they're both incredibly talented artists, which I think is really freaking cool. But yeah, I think this print just wants to land on the floor. I have other prints to show you if you want me to keep going.
So if you want to, but I got this clip to share the guys. So since you were talking about Dread, I hope you could hear it.
Die! The evidence has been falsified. It's impossible. I never broke the law. I am the law.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to. I have nothing going on, so.
I'm just trying to figure out how to do this because I've got so much stuff. Oh,
Cece, look at my room. It's like full of stuff, like boxes, lights.
This desk is like now overflowing with art prints, which is fun. And I'm like, I think they're under here somewhere.
Anthony Kedini says keep going.
Okay. Only because Anthony says so.
What could? Oh, did you see this pin?
Oh yeah, I did.
No, you
That's
didn't. No, you didn't. That's so cool.
I watched the. That's how I asked. That's why I asked him, like, hey, do you want to do like a haul video, like stream? Because I was watching your unboxing.
You were like, I'm gonna one up Steve really quick. I love this pin. Freaking badass pin.
It is really cool.
I think he got the pins for the locks on it too. I haven't seen these before.
Oh, that is. Oh yeah. Those.
Here,
I think they are. I don't have any pin locks to know. I don't know if I have any cool pins over here. I thought I did. They're probably buried amongst all of my stuff. So I got two. Is it two sets?
Did you see this, CC? Fictional law enforcement badges. Herschel Walker collects those too. Is that football player?
Oh, does he really? It's kind of a problem. I have a lot of them, but it's funny because like I collected those because I had a lot of friends who collected the patches. Mm-hmm. Like I had a friend who had a Metropolis PD patch, and I was like, "That's awesome! Like I'd love to collect something like that." And then I found out that the badges were harder to find, and I was like, "Sold." They're more expensive and they're harder to find. Absolutely, like I'll do that instead of the patches. So I have like Metropolis PD, and it's in the style of like the Smallville one.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's like the diamond shape, like almost like the Superman logo. I have Metropolis. I have the 2012 Judge Dredd, the licensed one. I forget who did that one. I have Walking Dead, King County. That's the one that everyone always is like, what is that? I have Sin City. I have, is it Rafferty? I have Benicio del Toro's badge in that, which is another one that people don't recognize because it's Basin City.
Does it come with the bullet on it or without the bullet?
No, it's so like cool. I forget who did them, but they had two licensed one, and it was you can get Bruce Willis's or Rafferty's, and I got Rafferty's. But what's cool is it's got like the kind of like flip up leather.
Yeah. So
flag bars and like the kind of like merit awards on the top, and then on the bottom's the actual like badge. I wonder if I have a picture of it. I have Avengers in that mix as well. I have, what else is up there? I have Starling City from Green Arrow. And I have Gotham PD from
the show.
From the TV show.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you read this. The pin almost got lost today. So when I was unboxing everything, did you see it? Yeah, I was like, "What the?"
You're like, "Is this everything? Is it really?"
Yeah.
This is not a great photo. I'm zooming in, but
I gotta move you 1 second.
So like that bottom one's Metropolis, Judge Dredd. That bright gold one is Walking Dead, King County. That one with the leather envelope, that one's actually Hellboy, which I forgot about. And then at the top, you can't see the rest of it, but that one, it's got like his name tag underneath it, and then the badge, and then above it is like the flag bars and stuff. That's a Sin City. That's the Basin City.
Okay, I just want the top.
And it's in like a shadow box meant for like a baseball bat, and I have another one I'm working on, which is going to be mainly sci-fi. So I've got like Doctor Strange, not Doctor Strange, Stranger Things. I have Stranger Things. I have the security badge from Jurassic World, which I fucking love because the top of it's like a pterodactyl. Yeah, Jurassic World, Stranger Things, both Blade Runners, the new one and the old one. I've got Resident Evil, even though I don't like the game.
Yeah, I usually say this on every episode that it's like random, like let's chat or whatever, like this episode, because I get too many ideas, and now this freaking idea of badges, god damn it.
Yeah, it's a wrap. I mean, it's cool because, like, for instance, that Jurassic World one, I actually talked to the dude who made the one that was used in the movie and was like, yo, hook a sister up. Like, this was years ago. Because he had made one for a friend, and that friend was a cosplayer, and so he posted it, and I was like, hook a sister up. And he was like, no, I only make them for friends. Like, I'd rather not. And then I'll never forget when I saw them being sold by a license company, and I was like, that dude sold out. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, finally. I was so excited. But there's some badges I really, really want that I've debated asking, like getting them commissioned. I want the security badge from Byte Security for Watchmen. I love the Fingerman's badge from V for Vendetta, or the police badge, like the one that's on the top of their helmet.
Mm-hmm.
But I want them in metal, not 3D printed.
These look good. These look
And you
good.
don't see a badge in Fifth Element, but they have the logo. I'd love a new Watchmen, the one from the TV show with the blood over it. I
You
don't
said
know.
Fifth Element?
The Byte Security one is gold and small, and you see it for like a second. These are all from the show. Damn.
I just put badge or movie.
Type in Byte, which is VEIDT. Oh, there it goes.
And just put badge or just like
Yeah,
that?
like security badge. Because there's a
Security.
really good high resolution photo because they had posted it on their website as like they had like a Byte Security, that one in the corner. Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to get this before you do. Okay.
It's so beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so incredibly obscure though. Like, I don't think you even see it on film very often. Also, I have like behind me, so right here where my finger is, that's the Gotham PD badge from the movie. And then the medallion right here is just like, it says City of Gotham. I don't even know if we see it in the movie, but you definitely see the giant Gotham PD badge.
Mm.
And where my back is, I've got this one's the normal Gotham PD badge and a merit flag bar kind of thing. And then that one is the SWAT badge. They had a separate badge for the SWAT officers, which I've never seen that in real life, but whatever. But the 89 Gotham PD badge, it literally says Metropolitan Police.
That's
It's
cool.
very like basic. There were patches and I think a badge screen used in the latest prop store auction, but they were like $3,000. I was like, I will stick with the replicas. But I got these prints from an artist I like.
One of my other favorite movies. Oh, you goddamn.
And these are signed. So because he's released these before, so he kind of re-released them, but you could only buy them in a set. So obviously, there's that one.
Terry's gonna kill you. Gotham Cenobites. He loves this character.
Oh yeah. Well, check out. Not that I want to plug my own shit, but like the last art print show I did, I had very little Star Wars art print news or print news in general, honestly. But I did show Matt Ferguson's Mad Max print, and I'm debating getting it. And he's like the main part of that print.
What was her name in the movie?
Furiosa.
Yeah, Furiosa. Oh, I loved her so much.
I think they're gonna do a movie of just her.
They were supposed to, yeah.
And then these felt fitting. I do love Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah, the movie just came out. That's the mom, right?
Marion. Now, I guess now she's the mom, but in this is from Raiders. And then I love this one because I mean, Last Crusade's my favorite.
Yeah, that's cool. Where'd you get these again? I like the size of them. They're like perfect.
The artist is Ashton Gallagher. Yeah, these are life-sized to the paintings. So most of his paintings are like 4 inches by 4 inches, and then with the border, I think that makes these 6x6.
Mm. Yeah,
He
that's fine.
sold. I was so pissed I didn't get it. He sold a set, and it was. I was checking to see how far the other print is, but honestly, I think it's behind some stuff. Um, is this it? Is this it? No. Fuck. He did a set of Harrison Ford prints. So it was this one. He did him as Decker in Blade Runner, and then the third one was him as Han Solo.
Wow.
And then this was a total impulse buy because I'm not even much of a, impulse buy.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not much of an Alien fan, but I thought this was beautiful.
Oh, that is awesome. Damn it. That looks tight.
I have a Catwoman one. He it's still available on his website, where it's Michelle Pfeiffer like against the glass
Mm-hmm.
after she like cuts the circle.
Yeah.
And then the other one that I think it went pretty fast. I have is bigger. It's kind of like longer, and it's Heath Ledger Joker, but it's a scene when he's like hanging upside down from the building at the end, like the last time we see him. And that print, you could display it either way. So if you want them right side up, you can, because in the movie they show them both ways. So that I'm trying to see if I could just put it somewhere behind the display case.
That'd be cool.
But I don't want to say too much, but I have a commission in the works with Ashton Gallagher for something Star Wars.
I'll see. Hopefully San Diego doesn't bust your wallet, but like we'll see.
Well, funny you say that. If we're just talking and no one's sick of hearing us talk or me talk, because I honestly feel like
It's awesome. It's your haul. It's awesome.
I saw this. This is not a great photo. I literally just took it to send to a friend.
Hellboy.
This is Blade Runner.
Oh wow! Oh, the double triggers. Dang. Okay.
So his business card's over there. I think it's called. You can go on their website if you want. Let me Google it just to make sure I got the name right.
I got too many websites loaded. I hate tabs. I don't know why, but I don't like tabs.
I always have like 20 tabs up. You'd hate me. Is the company Paragon Effects? Dude, go on their website because there's another guy on YouTube who is huge into prints. If you think not prints, props. If you think I have a lot of props, no one holds a candle to Joseph. And Joseph was the one who told me like, hey, I'm friends with this guy who owns this company that does props, and I think he told me about them before they even had the Blade Runner license. And then he was like, by the way, they just got the Blade Runner license. I need this.
You're like, I dropped everything.
There's 2 different versions. Oh yeah, look, our team's at Fan Expo Denver. There's like a kit version, which is plastic, and you put it together yourself. The kit version is like $370, I want to say. And I held one of the components in my hand. And then I will call that the economy version.
Yeah.
The not economy version is the one that I also held, and it's that elite version. Oh, they also had this one. That one was cool.
The water gun? Yeah. I was like, wow.
They made that, I think, mostly for cosplayers so that they could take it in and then not get it taken away. But if you look at the elite version,
we're going up, going down. Oh, we just looked at that one, yeah.
Oh, is that the one you just had up?
Mm-hmm.
So this one is machined aluminum. So it feels like a real gun in your hands. It's heavy. Like you could bludgeon someone with this. The bolt moves, as you could see. There's LEDs underneath the barrel, like those red LEDs that turns on, so you could turn it on. I definitely want this version. And I don't know if Adam Savage did a review of this, but he did a review video of their 89 grapple gun, which is I think it's $800. And I think he said when I was there, because I said I've wanted these for a while. Timing's never right because they're quite expensive. And I think he told me they're like halfway through the run of both of these. So I think they're limited to like 1,000.
Dang. I kind of want the blaster, the water gun.
Yeah. It looked. I honestly think the water gun might be cast from the same expensive ones. It looked really good. There's a guy who bought it when I was standing there.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, so I'm not a big Jurassic Park guy, but always wanted this to be created, and I'm seeing it
Yeah.
right now. And
So
if it does, sorry.
there's been runs on the RPF that years ago that were pretty good. And then I think Chronicle Collectibles, before they went under, had said that they were doing this. I saw it in the case, like they had the prototype in there, and it looks amazing.
You kind of got to go back tomorrow, CC, and no, I'm kidding.
Well, I'm hoping they'll be at San Diego Comic-Con as well. I think they will be, because when I talked to Joseph earlier, he said that I think he alluded to the fact that they'll be there. But it's funny, I dropped his name, and that's when his friend gave me like a challenge coin with their name on it and his business card.
Wow.
I almost got that little House of the Head creep show for my mom because she's into zombies and stuff. It's literally just like a little zombie head. I don't even know the reference.
I don't know. It's small though, so it's not too bad.
Yeah. But they had the Robert Pattinson Batarang. I had already ordered the factory entertainment one, but that looks really good. It does split in half, which is accurate to the one in the movie. I think it's magnetized, so you can do that. It's also, I think, cheaper than the one I have by like maybe $100. So if I can go back, I probably would have gone with that one.
You know
the
what's
backdrops were interesting.
This is crazy because I played a clip of this today where like literally from the same scene and everything where 66 Batman says, "Get the cuffs, Robin." This is like weird.
Yeah, I think when these came out, people were like, I don't know if it was specifically the Paragon ones or if it was another, like if NECA did a pair of cuffs, but people were like, I mean, I'm not kink shaming, but
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I'm gonna play that clip real quick. This is crazy.
Of course.
It's just one of those things in the life of every crime fighter. It means nothing. Snap on the bat cuffs.
So weird, right?
they also had that grapple gun's nice. If you haven't seen it, that's also machined aluminum.
This one right here, grapple set.
I just don't know. The case is really nice that it comes in, but I don't know if I have the space for it.
Well, just keep it in the box and then we'll worry about space later. It's crazy because it looks like it comes with all the wire in there. Like it's legit there.
I didn't hold that one, but Adam Savage had said it was quite weighty because it's all. I think it's 90% aluminum.
Wow. I love Adam Savage. That guy's cool.
Mm-hmm. I told him, I said, listen, like these are some licenses I want you guys to do. And he was like, we're constantly working on getting more licenses. They had the slippers. I thought that was interesting because I don't see stuff like that.
This is from the Wizard of Oz, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it says right there. I've never seen this movie.
You've never seen the movie?
I've seen clips and everything, but I've never seen the movie.
That's funny. It was like my stepdad's favorite movie because he had a crush on Dorothy.
Look at that guy. That's crazy. That's cool. Well, let's see. Anything else should we Google really quick before we get out of here?
I'm trying to think.
I'm going to buy a lot of these. I'm going to see if it's going to go to any cons. Then I'm going to buy a lot of these. Then I'm going to buy a lot of these.
Especially the Batarang. Like if you have the statue that DC directed of like the hand holding the Batarang, that would be really cool to display together.
Oh, well.
If you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did the same thing with Joker.
Holding a card, and then they did like a Harley holding the lollipop.
Yeah.
You know, the one thing I was looking for at the con, I didn't see it at all, is I lucked out and there's a local comic book shop. I say local, they're from the Springs. But last year they were there and they had like 5 or 6 Batman black and whites, and that's how I picked up the Brian Boland for like less than eBay prices. So I kept looking, especially because if I had seen the Jim Lee one, I would have absolutely gotten that base signed. So that's what I'm like. Mark Silvestri was at this one. He had quite the line when I walked past him. If his statue actually came off the base, which it doesn't, it's all one piece, I would have considered getting him to sign it. But I think, like, I know John and a few other people want to get statue components signed, but I'm debating if that's something I want to do, is just to get the Batman more, an excuse to get more Batman black and whites and get them. What's Bowser? Oh, Bowser Galactica. Can you click on that? They had a Cylon head.
Should I? Am I enabling if I do?
They had a Cylon head. But
Yeah.
so like they I should have taken a photo of it then if they don't have a photo of it. They had a Cylon head, but it was from the original series, not the 2005.
I'm sure somebody has a picture of it. Or, we'll see. Let's go. That'd be a cool prop to have.
Oh no, fuckers!
You could go back
It looked
tomorrow.
cool.
That's all I'm saying.
But it's I wouldn't get it just because to me it's I haven't even watched that series. I only watched the new one. Dune, they had, I think it was like the needle. Yeah,
That's cool.
it looked really nice in the case. They only had the prototype there.
I've never seen the movie. Is it good?
It's good. You should see it. It's I could see how maybe you'd think it was like a little slow. Goonies they had, because I know Anthony just asked about Goonies. They had the coin set. Yeah.
Ooh, I had the Blu-ray set, and like the Blu-ray set came with something like this.
Mhm.
That's cool. That looks really good. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, "Can you do Fifth Element stuff, please, please, please?" And then he
They're
told
like,
me
CC.
like, he was like, "Yeah," like kind of absentmindedly. He was like, "I'd love if someone were to do these things and these things and
You
these
should
things."
shut up.
Okay? And I was like, so yeah, if you're into
Okay.
props, I think this is a company to look for.
They have a YouTube too. Maybe we could get them online one day. You know, we could talk to them and see if they could talk about this stuff, because this is cool, man. Like, honestly, this is.
He did ask. He gave me the challenge coin, and then we talked more, and then he gave me his business card, and he was like, "This has my actual email address on it, so like don't give it out to people. But like, could you contact me regarding like the kind of stuff you collect and like the things you are interested in?" Because I would love to. I think I've told my cost of this too. Like, I'd love to collect blasters and see if that's another gateway into like, that's what I like about the law enforcement badges, is they're small, so I can get different franchises and IPs without it being a big deal. And that's kind of how I feel about art prints also. Like, I can't get a statue for every single sci-fi movie I like, but I thought, what if guns are such a universal thing? Like, what if I just got a blaster for like movies I like Sumerian, Blade Runner, Fifth Element, Batman, like the grapple gun.
We need it, CC. We need it.
I'm thinking like
This-
Deadpool's arsenal, but all like fictional guns.
I should stop clicking on stuff.
It's an ashtray. That's funny.
Is it really?
It says it's an ashtray. I don't know anything about Creepshow. I think I watched it when I was a kid with a friend of mine, but
I try to watch it like during Halloween. All the theaters here open up and show it. I can never sit through it. It says, CC, was there anything from the latest prop store auction you wish you could buy?
what didn't they have that I
It
wish I
says-
could buy? Oh, so like there were a few art pieces. I know Joe Johnson. They had a few Joe Johnson and McQuarrie concept pieces, but I think what interests me most, they even had one that was like the concept Star Wars logo when they're trying to figure out what they wanted to look like, and it just said Star Wars in that old school, like I want to say like 76 font, all like repeated throughout the page. That was something I was interested in because the estimate was quite low. They had, like I said, they had the Gotham PD badges and patch. I think they were patches. Maybe one was a badge, but I knew those go for a lot in previous auctions, so that they're not terribly obtainable. But Leia's dress also did not sell, which I'm kind of surprised at. That dress didn't sell.
That's crazy. When I saw that, I was like, I didn't even look at the price because I thought that would have sold by now.
It didn't meet the reserve. I don't even know what the reserve was, but no one bid high enough to actually buy it.
So this is like legit stuff. Like this is like,
Yeah.
wow, I never knew about this.
So
Damn it.
prop store, it tends to be like at least production. I mean, that's cool.
$5,000 for this sketch though. It's 1, 2, 3. So it's 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3 inches. Can you believe
Yeah.
that?
It is iconic though.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can get some small stuff from prop store, but the problem, like, even if you see something or you see the estimates quite low, you have to also factor in with any auction that there's like buyer's premiums and like taxes and fees that they don't factor into this. And it's funny, I do know that. Oh, the Bat Pod didn't sell.
I'll look that up.
I'm honestly not terribly surprised because I did see that Russell Crowe's Gladiator suit, like his chest plate, and I think it was the whole costume actually, that did sell. Yeah, so this didn't sell apparently.
Was it like 1-to-1 size or whatever? Or
One is, I think it's the hero one. I don't know what this one is.
$1 million.
Oh, they're both 1-to-1 then.
You know, I think Queen Studios released a 1/3 one, so I'll go with that. I want to go back to and let me know if this is possible. Oh, it's sold. Never mind. It sold for 8,000 to 16,000.
Well, that's the estimate. You'd have to like have an account to log in to see what it actually went for. Which I don't have an account. I did look through this. This was cool.
Yeah, I would have bought this.
There's also like random stuff. So they've had stuff that's like I think last year they sold like a check that Carrie Fisher had endorsed, so therefore it had her signature on it. And it said it was for like t-shirts, and we were joking that it was probably for cocaine.
T-shirts. Yeah. $1 million, please. Or $1,000 or whatever. Ooh,
Yeah.
you got a badge right here. You need this. It's Beverly Hills. I don't know if you ever watched Beverly Hills, but
No, I actually haven't.
it's Eddie Murphy, and he's awesome.
Some of the badges are kind of tricky because they look so close to actual law enforcement badges. So I think my RoboCop one is just a Detroit PD badge. Like there's nothing like sci-fi about it. There's a company I used to buy from a lot that's all they did was sell like replica law enforcement badges, and
Wow.
you had to like sign a waiver saying you weren't going to try to impersonate a law enforcement officer by buying them, which I think is funny.
Yeah, I mean, they gotta stay protected and everything, but yeah, it's kind of.
Oh, the Blade Runner glasses. That's right. Those you could buy them from I think the manufacturer still, but they break really easily.
I've never heard of this thing, so kind of worried now.
Blade Runner or prop store?
Prop store. I knew if I said Blade Runner, it would like you punch me in the face right now.
So that replica, if you see that cast signed limited edition light up replica, I'm pretty sure the replica is made by a. Oh shit, that's a Tracy. We'll look at that in a second. if you go down, that's a Tracy Ching. I'm pretty sure.
The
One on the left with Ryan Gosling.
Did I tell you the story? What happened here? Like the whole thing, or not yet?
Oh yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
Tracy Chung. Yeah.
No, I don't recall if you told me the. So like prop store, they'll have stuff like this, like that. The other one in the middle is run by Raid 41, 71. I don't know why I just downgraded him to 41. So they'll have stuff like this where that's a pretty modern art print. It's from 2019. Bottleneck Galleries. They didn't proofread that. That's from the artist, the one in the center, the bluish one. That's from the guy who did the shrimp.
Oh wow, I could see it.
That actually does go for a lot of money
Domorowski.
because it was a private commission. It's also very good.
Yeah.
So even though they're a prop store, they'll sell like modern stuff like this sometimes. There's
Like
been
sorry.
good.
No, like, so how do you get like updated on all this stuff? Is it like on Facebook, or do you just go on the website every day?
I think I follow them on Facebook, so I'll see their posts when they're having. I think they do like 2 major, like big auctions a year. This one was Los Angeles. The other location they have is London. So like Rob and Simon from RS, they've visited them quite a few times in their it's not open to the public, but their shop in London. And it's funny, I know of some controversies with Prop Store that I thought were kind of funny. So I think it was maybe like 2 years ago. They had a 89 Batman utility belt that was in their catalog of like, hey, we're going to be auctioning this soon. It's production made. They said it wasn't screen used. So for them to say it's screen used, it could. There's a badge. They would also typically have to like screen match it. I think there are instances where they could say it's screen used, but it's not screen match, meaning they have enough information to suggest that it was used in the actual movie, but for whatever reason there's not enough detail on film to specifically say like this is the exact one that you see in the movie. Typically they look at like defects and stuff like that. That was another private commission art print. But so they had this utility belt that they said was production made. So it was made during the production of the 89 Batman movie, but it wasn't screen used. It wasn't screen matched or anything like that. Well, some dude on the replica prop forum responded to it and was like, I made this. It's not production made. It's a replica. I made it in my garage. It has the mold lines because I think it was cast resin. He was like, it has the same mold lines that mine does. And I think Prop Store was like, thanks for the info. We're going to private message you.
Oh,
and
nice.
They end up pulling it from the auction. And then there's another thing from years ago. I vaguely remember this happening where they had a giant replica of the Statue of Liberty. And they said it was from Planet of the Apes, like the original Planet of the Apes. The problem with that is the original Planet of the Apes, at the end, they show a Statue of Liberty like buried in the sand. And that's how he finds out he's been on Earth the whole time. It was a matte painting. It wasn't like a physical sculpture. So wow. They kind of lost like some, not credibility, but like it was kind of a controversy because they were like, that's kind of embarrassing, right? Like you already sold this giant replica Statue of Liberty and it turns out it wasn't even used in the movie they said it was. So I think someone who bought it turned it into like a roadside attraction off the highway where like you can go and take photos with it. Now I think it's rotting in someone's backyard because they don't know what movie it's from or they don't think it's worth any money. So,
well, I'm gonna blame you tonight because I'm gonna go watch Mad Max. I'm gonna go watch Fifth Element. I'm gonna go watch and probably hunt through these websites tonight too. So,
yeah, I'm probably gonna look for more art prints to buy, even though
that website's cool.
Yeah,
that Shields one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's so funny because I was talking back and forth with someone in the UK about buying a bunch of prints, and he hadn't got back to me in like 2 days, and he responded back as soon as I got home. I just feel like that gif of the guy opening his wallet and there's nothing in it, and he's like,
I don't think I've seen that one yet. I gotta watch that one.
actually, I'll send it to you on Facebook if I could find it. Yeah, it's.
So I know you wanted to keep it short, but we're hitting at 1 hour and 1 hour and a half, and we could keep going if you want. I got some stuff I could.
I mean, if you want to, I just don't want it to be like, well, yeah. I couldn't. I didn't catch all of club last night because it starts too late for me. But it's only 8:30 where I'm at now, so.
You hear that, John?
Talk about.
No, it's cool. It's cool. We'll catch up Monday or something. But
Okay.
I have the only cons that are coming up: San Diego Comic Con, Otakon, Katsucon, Fairfax Con. There's a bunch of cons that are coming up for me, but it sucks because it's gonna back to back. It's gonna be end of July till like September, so I'll be pretty packed with cons. Did you have fun at the con other than like having to like buy all that stuff and then carry it around for a long period of time? That's what like the sucky part sometimes.
Oh yeah, it was a lot to carry and stuff. I definitely felt the weight of my decisions by the end of it.
That's perfect.
As I'm like lugging this to the car and it's like really hot outside. But no, I'm also like just incredibly grateful that I was able to go because I didn't think I was going to. I think I got the call like Thursday or Friday afternoon. Hey, it was Friday. It had to have been Friday. That someone was like, I've got a ticket for you if you want it. And I was like, I'm not going to say no to that. Absolutely. So I was only there for like 5 hours or so, but it was definitely packed, but the atmosphere was really nice. Like as soon as I walked in there, this woman saw my shirt. I'm wearing a Revenge of the Jedi shirt.
Yeah.
And she was like, I have that shirt. And I was like, oh, did you go to Celebration in London? And she was like, no, my friend picked it up for me. And I don't, she was like, I wanted to go, and I was like, oh, well, at least you got the shirt. Like, I do love this shirt. Like, I got it because the next one's going to be in Japan. And then I saw what looked like her husband holding a purse that was Star Wars, and I liked the purse. And I was like, hey, I like your purse too. I'm sure it's not his. I'm pretty sure he's holding it for you. And she was like, so I said, that purse is cute. Like, congrats on that. And she was like, on the purse of the man. And I was like, honestly, congrats, sister. Congrats. I'm like, if you could find someone who's willing to go through this shit and also hold your purse while we're walking through a convention, I was like, congrats.
Yeah, you made it. You made it.
So the atmosphere was really nice, and just talking to people in line and stuff. Like I said, the taco line was the longest line I had. But
that's crazy. I think earlier in the episode you did say it sold out with 30,000 people attending. Did you see 30,000 people there, do you think?
It felt like a lot. I've been at Tampa Bay Comic-Con when they had, I think the last year I did it, they thought that 10,000 people were going to show up on Saturday, and they had like 30,000 show up. And it was a complete shit show. They were not prepared for that. It was very disorganized. This looked organized, at least from like what I could see. It was definitely crowded. And also, I was not even in the convention hall yet. And I was like, this Axe body spray, I just can't. Like, it was just everywhere.
Yeah.
These young men, like, just stop with the body spray.
I miss the commercials for Axe body spray. They excited their crap out of it, but...
But it definitely, it's like I asked and there was like no issues when I got there at 1 o'clock as far as like security issues or safety issues with that many people there. It definitely seemed like overwhelming at times in Artist Alley where like you can't walk, like there's no space for walking. People are just standing there on either side and there's like, so, but not too.
It's funny that you bring that up because San Diego Comic-Con during my day when I used to go there like a couple years, like that's all I had issues with. Is like you could barely walk around. You're like on your tippy toes, just taking like a good step every other second or something. I was like, this is crazy. Like I don't know why people like recommend this. Like it's insanity.
One dude almost hit me in the face with like his battle axe thingy, and I was about to be a Karen about it. Like I was holding one of those boxes with the canvas print, and I went like this, and it hit the box instead of my face, and I was like,
I was gonna say good. No kidding.
but it was still like there were a few times where I would stop because I could see people were trying to walk in the same direction I was, and so we kind of be like that thing where you're dancing, and I'd be like, "You go ahead," or "You go ahead."
Yeah.
So it was still cordial. It wasn't like elbowing and stuff like that, but yeah, hot, crowded at times, but not like riot situations.
Yeah, I gotta say that, like, us nerds, like, we don't want any type of riot. We don't want to like ruin the fun for everybody because it's our little spot that we have once a year, twice a year to ourselves. I don't see too many fights or too many things going on at cons, to be honest.
Right.
All the cons I've been to. I've been to a tattoo con. I hated that one. Too many people went crazy on that one.
Oh, was that a lot of fighting and stuff? There's a tattoo convention coming up here soon.
Yeah, it was in Philadelphia. I don't know if it's because Philly fans are the worst, but yeah.
Well, I'm like, you want to know why there was fights at a convention in Philly?
That's yeah. It happened in Philly, so but yeah.
That's funny.
All
Yeah,
right,
good.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you had fun, and I'm glad like you had some time to show that stuff off. I mean, like I'm sure. I think my favorite thing that you picked up was that art print of Leia in that cool frame. That was
This one,
yeah.
the Padme.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Padme. Yeah, that's awesome.
Steve.
It looks so cool. I don't know where I would put that. Probably in my dining room, or
I gotta figure it out because I have another print that's like in a gold bougie frame like this, but that
I think Pearson's from Philly.
no, Philly's in a league of its own. I have family in Philly. I'm allowed to say that. Like Philly fans, if their team wins or loses, they're still flipping cars. Like that's not. But yeah, I gotta figure out where this is going. If it's gonna be in a room where I have like normal art prints, or if it's gonna go because my bedroom's all black and white art prints, and I think this will go because I have a lot of gold in there, but it's in color, so that throws stuff off. I gotta figure it out.
That's cool. What was your favorite pickup, really quick, if you wanna?
That's hard. It honestly might be the Alex Ross.
What? That
I
feels like
started at Daft Punk, which is funny because both of those were. I mean, all of this shit was impulse buys, but I like the Daft Punk. I think I have a really perfect spot for it too. But yeah, there's something about the Alex Ross I just really like. I don't know where that's going either. No idea. So there's that.
the collector's table says, "I'm from Philly and I'll never move back."
Word. That's what's up. Just look up Bill Burr's rant about Philly.
Yeah.
Tells you
I've been to Philly a couple of times, and every single part of Philly I've been to, awful, and every time of day I've been in Philly is awful. I went to go visit some like prison, Al Capone prison thing, and that was awful. Not in a bad way, but people were fighting. But yeah, it's.
I don't think Jose was here when I had the Alex Ross out. But
Sorry, the comments come in kind of late on StreamYard.
I put it over there. I don't know if it's Jose. It's the may I cut in, or can I cut in with Batman, Harley, and the Joker.
Yeah, Batman's dancing with Harley and Joker's. Yeah, just rewind the tape. That Daft Punk is cool too, though. But I'm gonna have my hands on that pretty soon. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I went there for Halloween. Yeah, it was cool. But TC, thanks again, and we'll have to do this again on the next con. That'd be looking forward to it. But yeah, let me let everyone go. Anthony, Jose, Mark, the collector's table, John, everyone else that showed up tonight. Thanks for showing up. This one was weird, but Carl, Nelson. Have a good night, you guys. And I'm going to put this clip on one more time. Peace.
Bye.
Oops.
Of course.
It's just one of those things in the life of every crime fighter.